Next up, at UFC 282, we have Daniel Da Silva taking on Vinicius Salvador. Daniel Da Silva is also known as Daniel Lacerda, if you're doing your own research. I mention that every breakdown, but it's actually kind of annoying, these guys that have multiple names. That's not even a nickname. It's not even like some people just show up as their nickname. He just has a different last name.
What do you think it was? Do you think it's because like his mom got remarried, or he didn't want to take his dad's name or something like that? I know there was a Pacers player that was. He changed it
as an adult, though.
Yeah, I know. There was a Pacers player that had a last name. I can't remember what it was, but he changed it to Ayers because I think he finally got a relationship with his dad or something and wanted to take his dad's last name because he didn't have it on his birth certificate, or maybe it's something like that. Who knows? I don't know, but I thought you were like doing a joke. Oh, Jeff Ayers.
You're like,
no, that's a real thing. He changed it to Jeff Ayers. It was Jeff.
No, that I know. When you said, "What do you think it is?" I was waiting for some Jacob punchline.
Come on. We're very. I try to stress on the streams too. Everyone in the chat wants to screw around. Let's keep everything professional. This is a professional podcast. Angelo, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, and that's why I have the script. I don't ever want to stray off that and inadvertently offend somebody. Anyway, Daniel Silva, 11-4 overall. Vinicius Salvador, 14-4 overall. Poor Daniel's only 2-3 in his last 5 years trying to get a UFC win. And Vinicius, 4-1 in his last 5, riding a 4-fight win streak into his UFC debut. Daniel Da Silva is a kill or be killed guy. Kill or be killed. All 11 wins and 4 losses are by stoppage. He's a legit threat on the ground and on his feet, but he's the type of guy he needs to be pressuring. He needs to be the one dictating the striking. He needs to be the one on top dictating the grappling. If he's taken down, he's in trouble. If he's backing up, he's in trouble. Vinicius Salvador, he's a good striker as well. He's rangy. He's got no problem being patient, taking his time, and then taking his shots. He's got good counter striking. He definitely thinks he's a little better than he is, though. I don't know. You don't watch my quick picks video, but he will go against the cage like he did in the Contender Series fight and just bob and weave thinking that he's like Anderson Silva. And he's getting hit.
My dude Vinicius?
You go back and watch all his fights. He gets lit up.
This is your breakdown, but I think he might be better than Anderson.
He gets lit up in a lot of those fights. He thinks his movement is better than it is. I do think he wins this fight because I think Daniel's going to come forward looking for the finish as he does, and Vinicius is a very, very good counter striker, and he's going to crack him. But this is another fight. Just sit, chill, keep your money, maybe through the round line. I think it's a 1.5 round line. The under is probably safe there because we know Daniel Da Silva he's going out in a shield or he's winning. That's it. So really it's just coming down to him, and he's not very durable and he is very dangerous. So to me, the bet seems like an under on the round line. I do think Vinicius wins, but he gets hit a little more than I'd like. What do you think?
Yeah, this is, as you mentioned, this is another one of those fights where don't pick a side. If you want to play, maybe I guess a little bit of value on Daniel Da Silva, because I think this is like a 50-50 fight. As Angel mentioned, Daniel Da Silva is much better than his 0-3, 3 finishes record. And as Angel mentioned again, he needs to be the guy moving forward. He needs to be the guy moving forward, and he needs to be on top, because we saw in his last fight, the second he gets on his back, he turns into what we call a jiu-jitsu nerd. It's arm bars, triangles, and when those don't work, there's nothing to get back to his feet. He has nothing to get back to his feet, so it's just constantly looking for stuff, getting hit in the face, and eventually he gets finished. And Salvador is not somebody you want with your back against the fence doing that stuff, but as Angelo mentioned, he does put his hands down. He does some wild, stupid shit. So, this is a play. I played the under 1.5. It was like at minus 180 or something. It's already at a minus 210. It's probably going to get a lot wider than that. This is maybe throw something at somebody, inside the distance and pray you hit the right side, but don't put any heavy money on either side of these guys. This should be a fun fight. I mean, it should be wild. It should be crazy. There should be a finish. This will be a good fight for the crowd to get into it, but Jesus, man. Yeah, this is a very interesting one. And my pick is Salvador, by the way. I don't think I made a pick, but Salvador, but I'm not going to play money on it. I don't love it. So
no, and that's the thing about this. These are the cards that last week Twitter was just like a graveyard of people. Everybody lost money, and everybody was making excuses for each other. Like, oh, everybody, yeah, we had a shit week, so did everybody else. And it's like, yeah, but you didn't need to. You didn't need to have a bad week. Like, yes, some underdogs won, but why are you betting on the favorites in those fights? I was on the wrong side of the Clay Guida pick, but I wasn't betting that fight. I was on the wrong side of the Michael Johnson pick. I'm not betting on that fight. What are you, crazy?
We live bet on the stream. We live bet Michael Johnson because we knew what the fuck was about to happen in that fight.
A live bet's a whole different world. People that bet on Tai Tuivasa, we were both on Tai Tuivasa to win that fight. We also said, do not bet on this fight. You're stupid if you bet on this fight. Don't do it. It's two heavyweights that are going to swing crazy. We have a fight exactly like that on this card. I hate to tell you not to bet. It's a betting show, but you'd rather make money than just click a bet to feel good about it for 3 days and then lose it.
Are we gambling?
Not me. No, I'm not gambling. I'm investing. Mine are investments.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a thing. Let's put it on a t-shirt. Anyway.
I'm not gambling. I'm investing.
It's not a threat. It's a promise.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
For the bookies. Hey, that should be a t-shirt.
Ooh.
Call an ambulance, but not for me. Anyway, Daniel
James
Da Silva,
Krause.
we both recognize he's dangerous, very live in this fight. These odds are a little wacky, but Vinicius should be the favorite, could win this fight. Hopefully he's not doing the back bullshit against the cage. Listen, $7,300 in DraftKings, multi-entry, yeah, give it a shot, right? Cash, no, you can't do it. $8,900 is probably the safer play in DraftKings. Like, we both think he probably wins. And if he wins, we know he's going to win by stoppage. So he could be worth the risk in DraftKings for sure, because that's what's supposed to happen. You agree with that statement?
I agree with everything you say, no matter, even if I say I don't agree, I actually do agree.
Payday's coming. 48.90 on the Monkey Knife Fight strike line. I think it's a less, frankly. And those are total strikes, not even significant strikes, total strikes. I think it's a less because Vinicius, I don't know how Chris got to 90. Vinicius is a pretty low volume guy. Very low volume.
And I don't think he's, once he gets going.
Because he likes this bullshit.
Yeah, but once he gets going, he kind of gets going. But yeah, I agree. I think it's a less. We appreciate that 90 because,
Yeah, no, it makes it a little easier to break down. If you guys want to check that out, go to WeWantPicks.com/MKF. It's daily fantasy. It's an app. It's a website, however you want to do it. If you give them $50, they'll give you 50. Give them 100, they'll give you 100. They will instantly match your deposit. And you just say less on this. And if you're right, you could triple your money. WeWantPicks.com/MKF. And if you want $50 to kick your week off, well, it's Tuesday, but to close your week out, WeWantPicks.com/bets. Use our links to sign up with any one of our betting partners, and we'll send you $50 as a thank you.